From the local station, News 4 Jax starts now.
You're taking a live look right now at downtown Jacksonville from our tower camera. The sun will set shortly, leading to a dip in temperatures again.
And all day, our News 4 Jax viewers have been sending us pictures and video of flurries all over the viewing area. This video from Ocean Way near the airport. Wow, take a look at that.
Wow, it's coming down pretty good, isn't it? Well, you can call it Flurry Watch 2015. The flakes that fell got those who saw them excited.
It was one rare sight here, and it got Channel 4 meteorologist John Gahn fired up. He's here with our first look at our forecast. John.
Got everybody fired up. Mary, my phone started going off the hook right around 8:30 this morning. Right now, Mary will have the full forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, John. The cold weather kept tourists inside. Usually on a January day in St. Augustine, the nation's oldest city would be packed with people.
Meteorologist Blake Matthews went to the visitors' hotspot and talked to some people who were braving the cold.
So as you can see here in St. Johns County, it is cold, it is blustery, a very January-like day for a lot of the country, including right here in tropical Florida. Now we're going to continue to be tracking the flurries all afternoon. Multiple reports coming in across Jacksonville. Reporting from St. Johns County, Blake Matthews, Channel 4, the local station.
Yeah, remember, you can take the Weather Authority's forecast with you when you're on the go. Just download our free mobile app. It's available for Apple and Android devices. Just search WJXT in your app store.
A mother is speaking out tonight about the murder of her daughter nearly 2 years ago. That murder remains unsolved. 21-year-old Rebecca Foley was shot and killed in her car while pulling into her apartment complex in Savannah. That was in January of 2013. Investigators are still searching for her killer. Well, Channel 4's Chris Parento spoke to Foley's mother. And Chris, why is she choosing to speak now?
Rob, with the 2-year anniversary of her daughter's murder coming up in just a few days, she said she wants to keep Rebecca's face out there so that hopefully someone will come forward with information that can help give the family a little closure.
Just come forward and just, you know, be honest, say what you did, and let's deal with it. Let this family move on.
The Savannah Chatham Metropolitan Police Department says they will continue to follow up on any leads that come in, and that anyone who has any information can call Crime Stoppers at 912-234-2020. Rob?
Thank you, Chris. Well, all of France remains on high alert today. After one suspect turned himself in, law enforcement officers across the country are hunting down the remaining 2 suspects in the deadly terror attack at a French satirical magazine. The massive manhunt in France continues. The trail is still hot. The search centered on these brothers. But after 2 days, both are still running free, armed, and dangerous. This morning, a big lead. The suspects were spotted here at a gas station just north of Paris. The attendant called police, reportedly telling them he saw the suspects. They threatened him and stole gas and food. Police are now focused on the French village of Longpont, about 6 miles away from the gas station. Checkpoints are set up, helicopters and police convoys are surveying the area.
We may be facing a new wave. It's probably not the end of a terror attack. We are ready to face it. We will fight. And fighting is aiming these people, getting them to jail.
Police sources say the brothers were known to French authorities before the attack. The younger brother, Sharif, was convicted in 2008 for being part of a jihadist recruitment ring that sent fighters to Iraq. It's still unclear, though, whether they had ties to any terrorist group. Here in the U.S., intelligence agencies are going through databases and evaluating their own high-priority targets to see if there are any links to the suspects. Attorney General Eric Holder will travel to Paris this Sunday for meetings on the terror threat. Now, meanwhile today, in a separate incident, a police officer was shot and killed in a southern suburb of Paris. The attacker was dressed in all black, similar to the Charlie Hebdo attackers. Now, authorities at this point say they haven't established a link between Wednesday's attack and the shooting.
You know, Rob, the outpouring of support on social media for the Ford cartoonist has just been incredible. Other cartoon artists showing their support in their own works. These first cartoons that we have here are from Twitter. Let's take a look at this first one here. It shows a terrorist shooting one of the pens, but surrounded by so many other pens. And this one here, this one is also striking. The terrorist cutting down or cutting on a pencil, attacking it with the words, "The more I cut off, the sharper it gets." Now this one was actually posted last night. It shows a pencil whole, then broken, and then resharpened right after that break. It's gone viral all over Twitter. Then on Instagram, here we go. We have this one here. This one's showing the French flag, a pencil used as the flagpole. The French flag torn but waving in the breeze. The hashtags underneath include France, Paris, and Je suis Charlie, which means I am Charlie. Then we have this one. We'll come up here. What's this little weapon which hurts us so much? Two terrorists pointing at the pen and wondering. And this last one from Twitter. I'll have it bring it up right here right now. And let's see if it'll come up. There we go. A hand with a pen writing the words freedom of speech. Actually, that's a different one. This one is just blank, and it says, please enjoy this culturally, ethnically, religiously, and politically correct cartoon responsibly. Thank you. Cartoons like these, they're flooding social media sites to show support. If you'd like to see more political cartoons, you can go to our web channel, news4jax.com. We have a slideshow there put together. Just look under top stories.
In news here at home, it's the middle of winter, but it's already time to think about where your child will go to school next year. And parents need to know all traditional Duval County elementary schools are now choice schools. This means elementary non-magnet schools are offering special programs designed to attract students to certain schools. Channel 4's Ashley Mitchum tells us now is the time to get your child signed up.
If you're interested in signing up your child in one of these programs, you can pick up an application at the event this Saturday, or if you can't make it by, go online. We've posted a link to news4jax.com. You can apply right there at your computer. Ashley Mitchum, Channel 4, the local station.
Well, the School Choice Expo is this Saturday from 11 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. It's at the Prime Osborne Convention Center on Water Street. Applications are due February 28th.
Still ahead, we're spinning the wheel of justice.
I'll look at some of the most wanted suspects in Jacksonville and how you can help police get them off the streets. But up next, key lawmakers are upset over a delay in a strain of medical marijuana, how they plan to get the medication to the people who need it. The Department of Health missed a January 1st deadline to issue licenses to 5 medical marijuana growers.
As Mike Vasalinda tells us, the delay is frustrating both families and lawmakers.
Reporting from the state capitol, Mike Vasalinda, Channel 4, the local station.
The Department of Health has scheduled a 2-day meeting with potential growers February 4th and 5th. We have an update to a breaking news story we brought you yesterday. Witnesses took pictures of a tree that fell onto a car and an SUV in an apartment complex off Clare Lane in Mandarin. When we got there, the tree had been removed, but extensive damage could be seen on the vehicles. According to the Florida Department of Transportation, the subcontractors working on the I-295 expressway project were cutting down trees near the apartment complex. They attempted to cut down one of the trees. It fell the opposite way, crashing into the 2 vehicles. A witness told News4Jax the tree just barely missed her and her daughter. Today, insurance companies were out surveying the damage. The tree was cleaned up yesterday and a fence was put back up for safety reasons.
Tracking inconvenient weather where you live. Channel 4 is the weather authority.
So the phone blows up, the email's going nuts, and storm pins are loving it. I'm glad you guys followed along. It was a snow sun shower. Rob, it must be Florida when you get a snow sun shower. We'll have more storm pins coming up here in just a little bit.
I saw that today also, John. Thank you, John. Well, we're spinning the wheel of justice to get wanted people off the streets.
Still ahead, a look at this week's featured suspect, plus who the wheel landed on during the morning show. Now here's Tom with a look at what's ahead in the next half hour. Tom?
Mary, coming up at 6 o'clock, we continue to learn more information about a particularly shocking murder in our area. All new at 6 o'clock, what a local pastor is telling us about a conversation he had with these 2 sisters just moments before police arrested them in the murder of their 16-year-old brother. Plus, the city of Jacksonville scrambling as the sheriff calls on the mayor to find money to qualify for a grant designed to keep our streets safe. And we continue to try to track down Clerk of Courts Ronnie Fussell for answers about his decision to end all weddings at the courthouse. Join us for these stories and more at 6 o'clock.
Every Thursday, News4Jax, along with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, teams up to feature the areas most wanted on the Wheel of Justice.
Now, we spin the wheel during the 6 a.m. hour of the morning show every Thursday. Well, today's featured suspect is Mario David. He's wanted for burglary. He's known to frequent the road area and other parts of Arlington. Today, the wheel landed on Ricardo Galloway. He's wanted for attempted murder and attempted armed robbery. Galloway is 6'1", about 33 years old. Police consider him armed and dangerous. If you know anything about any of the Wheel of Justice suspects, call Crime Stoppers at 866-845-TIPS. We've posted all of the wanted criminals, wanted people on news4jax.com.
The number of legal gun owners is on the rise.
Up next, the record number of background checks performed by the FBI in December.
And remember, you can keep up with the stories that we're following on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Just head to news4jax.com. Everything you need right there at your fingertips.
Well, December was a big month for gun sales. The FBI says more than 2.3 million background checks were performed last month. That's up from 2 million in 2013. Background checks are the most reliable measure of gun sales. The December numbers cap a profitable year. Gun sales grew strongly over the last 3 months. Well, thanks for joining us. The news continues now with Tom and Mary.